Word of today, do flying saucers exist? I get this a lot. You have no idea. I was just coming from a conversation with a bunch of people, and they're like, you should do a video about flying saucers, Carl. You should go and diversify your viewers from people who are, who are in need of advice to people who are interested in UFOs. And I was like, "Hey, sure, okay, I'll do it. I'm not gonna make this too long though. I'll just be like 10 minutes. Um, Flying saucers, do they exist? Some years ago, I was having a conversation about flying saucers with laymen. Yeah, at the time, and still a little bit today, I'm very scientific, so I know all about flying saucers. So I said, I don't believe that there are flying saucers. And then my antagonist said, is it impossible that there are flying saucers? Could you prove that it's impossible? I said, no, I cannot prove it's impossible. It's just very unlikely. That, he said, you're very unscientific. And then he said, if you can't prove it's impossible, how can you say it's unlikely to be likely? And I said, that's just the way it is. And so what I told him was, to define what I mean,
I have to go number 2.
I finally said, listen, from my knowledge of the world that I see around me, I think that it is more likely that the results of flying saucers are the results of the known, irrational characteristics of terrestrial intelligence rather than the unknown, rational effort of extraterrestrial intelligence. It's just very unlikely, that's all. And it's a good guess. But we always have to keep in the mind, an open mind, that perhaps there is something out there. I mean, I don't deny that there are aliens in our universe. It's very unlikely that we're the only planet that inhabits life. Very unlikely. I just don't. I mean, I've done lots of research on the subject. I'm kind of on the fence to really say that there really are people, little green men, gray aliens, whatever, flying these. You can say flying plates, going about making such a scene. But they always fly up in the sky and they never make contact. And there have been reports of flying saucers since the 40s, even way before in the 1800s. And out of all that time, why didn't they make any effort to make contact with us? And I did lots of other research saying that they've communicated with our government, that they have, just not with the general public. Um, and that they're working alongside the government with these alien human joint research projects. You know, I can't say I believe them, and you tell them to anyone else, they'll say it's complete rubbish. I don't know. It's one of those things where you just gotta have to go by your own intuition about that. I mean, I've seen lots of things in my lifetime that I don't know what they were, so I classify them as UFO, as unidentified flying object. Justin, what do you think? Do you believe in UFOs?
No.
Alright, see, we have the same ideology. But I actually am more or less on the fence. I'm agnostic about it. That's the best I can put it. Um, but anyways, like I said, I've seen lots of things that I classify under unidentified flying objects, flying saucers. But perhaps there is a rational explanation to them. But I don't know. It's one of those things where, like I said, open mind. It's really up to you and what you believe. No one could force you to believe that they exist. You can't force yourself to believe that they exist. No one else can force you to believe that they exist. You just gotta have to go by what you think is right and by your own morals and standards, and then, figure out if it's right or wrong. And the same thing about Bigfoot, because they're talking about somewhere about Bigfoot too in the conversation I was in. So instead of doing a whole new video about that, I'm just gonna chill about that. I don't know about that one either. I have the same perspective on aliens as I do on Bigfoot as I do on aliens. There's lots of evidence that shows it. There's a little bit more evidence about proving the existence of Bigfoot than there are with aliens, in my opinion. But then again, the door opens both ways, so I don't think I'm justified to say that. Maybe I would just say there's overwhelming evidence on both sides. Determining they're both right in the sense that they both could exist, it's up to you guys. What do you guys think? Comment down below on what you guys think. Do you think UFOs exist or not? Aliens on this planet exist? Comment down below. Same with if you believe that there's such thing as a Bigfoot. Comment down below, or any other type of mythical creature that's been sighted around the world. You know, But what does capture my interest is how we have reports of these things, Bigfoot, around the world, around, from civilizations around the world back in ancient times had no way to connect with each other, but yet they describe nearly the same creature. That I have a hard time getting my mind around, because now that adds, you know, credence to it. That adds some type of authentication to it. That I can't get my mind over. But I'm not a skeptical person, but I just need a little bit more convincing. But what do you guys think? I'm always open to discussion. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Alright, don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And peace.